So I would respect if you allow me to record this meeting and we do it in such a way that is professional and respectful of the business that needs to take place. Whether or not you disagree or agree. Okay? You know, from my law enforcement perspective, that is interfering with a public meeting. Now, I don't know what they do here, but if I have to ask you to leave because I can't hear, then understand that I'm going to pause the meeting, ask for a pause of this meeting or recess of this meeting, and then we're going to escort you out. And I'm going to go down to the police department and I'll move forward with a formal charge. So I'm just being clear that I know while tensions can be high on various aspects of what you agree or disagree about, Mr. Councilman, we good? You don't have to agree or disagree, but what I will say is that you keep yourself under some form of control so we can move forward, okay? Do I have agreement from everybody?
Yes.
I appreciate you for that. Mansell Baker, I'm aiding the council for that. Mansell Baker.
Good evening, everyone. This is the East Cleveland City Council meeting, and we are already being limited and warned about what we can say.
Mansell, I think you better repeat that for me. What you just said.
Madam President.
This is a regular council meeting, Tuesday, January 17th, 2023. The time is 6:33 p.m. Call the roll.
Councilman Martin. Present. Councilman Gowdy.
Present.
Councilman Hoyas.
Present.
Councilman Stevenson.
Present.
Councilman Fox.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Public comment on agenda items only, 2 minutes. Please note that the mayor has come into the meeting. Name and address.
I see 5 councilors here tonight. It wasn't the case the last time I came up, but I'm glad that. Well, no, it's like, I just want
Point
to
of
say.
order.
Yeah, I just want to say again that, I try to call for 6 council people to either be elected or appointed to this council. And, it says 5, people on the agenda. We only have 5 councilmen and, not 6. So again, here we go with this. You know, and, I want this to end, really, because it confuses everyone. There are only 5 of you up there are on the council. Anyone else is not supposed to be there. Thank you.
Is there any other public comment?
Wait a minute.
We can't hear you, Mr. O'Neill.
Looking, order, a resolution 7122, Smith, under the neighborhood next door ordinance, at a cost of, $100, I guess that's the property. Why everything is $100? All of the property is being transferred, either $50, $100, $75, or whatever. You can even buy a grave site for $100. But anyway, another one here, Operation Set. Amendment to the, amendment, or whatever, set forth in the revised, in the resolution 2831 for change to, fiscal year 2019. So I would like for someone to articulate that, and plus, I hope that we can get these things before a meeting where we have an opportunity to go through them, and that's and also, resolution 76. Not the resolution, it's good, I just think through. Transfer and, Geraldine Brown, that's the name of this thing. That's it. So I have no offense.
That's your time, sir. Any other comment on the agenda item, any public comment? Hearing none, we'll move to report from the mayor, Brandon King.
Thank you. Good afternoon, council. Good afternoon, Ms. Clayton. I'll try to make this brief. We start off by saying we will make copies and available the document here to anyone who would like to receive it. This is a copy of the appropriations as submitted by the administration and then as passed or as adjusted by Councilor Bahovian and then passed by council. So I'd like to take just a second and update what has happened to the 2023 budget. Budget, again, created by Councilor Bahoviak and passed by council. Pat's budget eliminates staffing dollars in the homeowners grant and stimulus programs, which means 13 coordinators and inspectors must be laid off. The program can't move forward without staff to administer the program. This staff was being paid from federal funds, not city funds. We've completed over 500 homeowner grant projects, and we have approximately 400 plus to go, which means those 400 residents cannot get their programs done. To date, we have paid out over 1,500 stimulus checks, with somewhere around 1,000 or more in queue to be administered. Pat's budget eliminates the mayor's office, cutting out the chief of staff and cutting out my executive assistant. They can't be paid. I'm sure had it not been in the charter, they would have eliminated my salary.
Wow, incredible.
Pat's budget reduces the permanent improvement fund by 1.2 million.
Point of order, Mayor.
This
Point of order,
is
Mayor.
where we pay grass cutting, street lights, rodent control, sidewalk and tree service. It comes out of permanent improvements. Pat's
King,
budget
please refer
cuts
to the
that.
counselor as Counselor Blahoviak.
Pardon
Thank
me?
you.
Pardon me.
Thank you.
Councilor Bahoviak's budget, the funding areas where the city generates over $1 million in revenue have been cut. That's the housing department and the tow yard. In fact, the tow yard is self-sustaining. It's something that we created under the King administration. It funds itself. She zeroed it out. She ended the tow yard. With no housing department, again, in Councilor Bahoviak's budget, she eliminated the point of sale inspections, Board of Zoning and Appeals. That means we don't have the ability to oversee the city department.
Mayor, that's your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pat, was that 3 minutes? What about the time you took off? I should be giving at least another
We
minute.
didn't take off any time.
But you did, because you asked me to correct what I was
You
saying.
shouldn't have had to do that, sir.
Can I just finish this? I just want to.
Please.
Councilman,
I know, because they threaten to kick people out
Okay.
and arrest
Well,
them.
then give me 30 seconds and I'll just
Speak
close.
up.
I have the rest of the time, I just close.
They can't wait to
Time
do
is
it.
up. Your time is up, sir.
They got
Okay.
handcuffs
God
on
help
their
this
name
city. God help this city.
Because we
Yes.
say please.
No, because you cut the budget and I can't provide quality of life services to the
We
residents.
have to disturb,
Disturb.
sir. Are you
Don't
gonna
disturb
join
us.
us in the meeting? The state was clear today that they want us to work together.
Let's
This is
work-
an attempt
let's
to
work
do that,
together.
And you are leaving the meeting.
Yes, sir.
You are leaving the meeting. And there's
She cut my
nobody
budget
here for
too.
your
Oh,
staff
my
to
God.
deal with the issues
No
on
law
your
department.
budget.
So
You
long.
can't do that.
Jesus Christ. You see what I'm saying?
On the law.
Sir, we gotta light this up after this. This is insane, man. Please stay.
Mayor, I'll speak for your behalf.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me understand.
Please stay. Please stay.
Councilman Martin, you
Yeah.
have
They
a
work
report.
together. They won't even let me finish my report. They won't work together.
I usually be on health and safety. What committee am I on now?
Did you get your mail out of your mailbox?
Yeah, but I don't even know what the committee. I'm asking, what committee am I on now? 'Cause you changed
Jesus
my committee,
Christ,
you know?
Mail, you are on general services.
Okay.
Trash
now I have
pickup.
any point.
Thank you.
What's your address?
Councilor Gowdy?
Yes, I got a report, we met with Danielle, she, is going to help
Danielle,
us.
who?
Sir, you're out of
I'm
order.
asking
Let
you.
her finish.
All right.
Let
We
her
met with
finish.
one of the ladies that's, working with East Cleveland, and she also is working with, Art McCoy also, and her name is Danielle. And, she's definitely is helping us to try to get a grocery store in here, her and her team. I don't have, my paper at the time to get her last name, but I came in there. But we are working on a grocery store. We are working together to bring the city, things that we know that our city don't have, especially a grocery store, fresh food. And it's going to be actually, you know, where the
Daniel Drenette.
Janae, okay. So, so we working with her, she drove a team with her and from out of town, and they looking to, help us out in our city, and I'm looking forward to it, you know, the grocery store, it's that old that furniture store down the street on Euclid, and, we just looking forward to having some, and not only a grocery store, we is also going to be having some, not the fast food, but some real fresh food. Fresh food for once. We don't have to worry about going to the Arabs, trying to get some fresh food there, and you can't find it, and, I mean, this is all working together with Court Market, over here, the farm market. We going to have some, I'm just looking forward to have so many things that we need in the city. I'm so excited, you know, to really move the city forward. And hopefully we get a bank in there. That's the next thing that I really want to work on, getting a bank. So that's my.
Councilor Bahoviak?
A lot of things I'd like to get into 3 minutes.
I can't hear you.
One is that I met recently with the East Cleveland Growth Association, Loiter, and the Farmers Market about some of their plans for the city. Last year I was on the General Service and Administration Committee, and I wanted to have a meeting that combined discussion of the water infrastructure, the street resurfacing, the pothole repair, the funding through HUD, the funding through the general, budget, the general fund. But I never managed to get everybody together. Today, finally, the mayor did talk about getting the water infrastructure done, and that would prevent the problems that we've been having, especially on Euclid, where we fix the road and then the water goes. And you'll notice that there are a number of places on Euclid where the water infrastructure has been a problem. And we could have saved ourselves some money if we had done the water first. So I'm still on that committee, but I'm not the chair anymore. I'm the chair of personnel and appointments. And I have two things that I would like to do. When Councilor Smith was on, he had discussed having a discussion of the handbook, which needs to be done. There's also been a request to have a list of employees by department, what they're making, so that we can prevent some of the problems. One of the problems that we had with the budget was that we didn't have details. There were $17 million and a little more of other. And when you have other, it's difficult to tell what of it is essential and what of it isn't. So, for example, the impound lot, the Fiscal Oversight Commission had requested that we cut that budget and not have somebody there 24 hours a day. And so when we cut that, it wasn't clear what else was included in that. And it's the same thing for many, many things. We need to have discussion. We had a situation where the finance director, alleged finance director, came in and said he had to leave in 15 minutes. Well, that's not useful. We also have had times when he just didn't show up. About a week and a half ago, there was a meeting that the mayor scheduled a meeting at 2:30 in the afternoon. We had 2 council members who were working at that point in time, and one who was out of town. So we knew that we weren't going to have a quorum, and we told the mayor that we weren't going to have a quorum ahead of time. Still, we had a meeting. We scheduled a meeting for that evening at 7, and had a quorum, which did not include either the mayor
That's 3 minutes.
or
Time up.
or the
Wait,
public.
3 minutes. Excuse me again, I will say that
3 minutes.
comments from the audience, I will ask you to leave.
I expected you to finish my sentence.
I have the time and I will direct the council president. Outside of that, I'm going to ask you to leave. I can't.
Councilor,
I can't.
Councilor Shabazz.
It's too much.
At this point, I have no report.
My report is with regard to the finance committee. I chair the finance committee, so you've heard a lot about the finances. What I can tell you is that the state, we met with the state this morning or early this afternoon, and what they are looking for is for us to fix this budget. There's a lot of things in the budget that don't coincide with maybe what the mayor needs. And some negotiation processes are going to have to take place in order for us to get where we need to be. Like my colleague said earlier, the state has requested these cuts, not the council. The state requested that we cut the staff out of the tow yard. The state requested that we cut how we were spending money in other areas. And so those were the initial cuts that were taken. Past that, we now have to go and have been directed to go back to the drawing board. This Thursday at 6:30 p.m., we will have our first finance committee meeting on the subject. It is my hope that, and as the finance director brought to the table in the meeting, it is my hopes that we will all be in attendance. It is necessary for us all to be in attendance. it is necessary for us all to work together. Some things are gonna be put on the table, some stuff's gonna get kicked off the table. That's a process of give and take and negotiation. And that's what this council and the administration that's the point that we have to get to. We have to understand that this is not personal, that this is business, and we all need to conduct the business of the city, period. With that, that concludes my comments with regard to finance, committee. We now move to legislation.
Resolution 71-22, a resolution also authorizing the mayor to transfer to Brandon Smith under the Neighbor Next Door ordinance and at a cost of $100, a parcel of vacant land held by the city as a part of its land reutilization program and located at 1852 Alverson, Cleveland, Ohio, 44112, current parcel number 672-15-016. Requested by Mayor Brandon King, sponsored by Councilor Juanita Gowdy, placed on the agenda on December 26, 2022. Regular agenda first read, placed on the regular council meeting January 17, 2023, on the second read. Madam Clerk.
Councilor Mahovia, this legislation bears your name and your pleasure. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant to say Councilor Dowdy. I'm sorry.
Yes, we've been doing this for a long time, and, to have the next door neighbor $100 lot. So we've been doing it for a while, so it's nothing new. So, you know, if you're interested in a lot, and if you get things that you want to beautify the lot with, you can come forth and you can, you know, tell us what you need with the lot, and then we'll pass it. So, yes, we're gonna move this forward. This is a deed. Are they here?
I'm asking, Brandon Smith here?
Hold up.
Okay,
I
that's
did
my
not,
question.
we're gonna move forward if they're here.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Madam Chairperson, Brandon Smith here.
We
Mr.
would like,
Martin, will you hold your question until the council finishes?
All right, go ahead.
is Brandon here? Okay, so, I mean, and that was another requirement, we would like
Yes.
them to come even in person, you know, cause if you want a lot for $100, you should be able to come, you know, or
Thank
send
you very
somebody.
much.
So, that's where I'm at, so since he's not here, we will move this off.
So the table.
We're gonna
Yes.
table it.
Resolution 71-22 has been tabled.
I'm gonna restart this. Part two
Resolution
coming up.
73-22, a resolution authorizing the mayor to accept the amendment to the amendment set forth in resolution 28-21 for changes to the FY 2019 action plan for an addition $241,000 to $677.36 in CDBG funds, as well as changes to the FY 2021 action plan, increasing the cost to $1,021,693.42 due to unforeseen circumstances. Requested by Community Development Director, sponsored by Councilwoman Rand Stevenson, Chair of the Finance Committee, received from the Law Department October 27, 2022, placed on the regular council meeting agenda December 6, 2022 on first read, placed on the special council meeting agenda December 29, 2022 on second read, no quorum. Moved to the regular council meeting held January 3rd, 2023 on second read, table. Moved to the regular council meeting held on January 17th, 2023 on second read. Madam President.
I pass the gavel to the vice chair.
Right back.